Hi guys, what is up? What is up? Welcome in. Happy Monday. Chilling. Let's chat. It's always got to be something, don't it? It's always something that I forget before we sit down. Child, hold on. Let me get the slider. You know we gotta follow some. Ooh, the sun. It's such a beautiful day. I have this different angle. Okay, that's a little bit better. I was like, what is this doing? Okay, hold on, you guys. One moment. Do we want? Do we? I do. I do. So what are you talking about? Friend, listen, I'm gonna light some incense, even though usually like half through chilling with you guys. I'm gonna put it over here though. Um, what is she called? Did I share this incense with you guys? Hold on, because you know I love to shout out my friends. Hold on. Hold on again. I know. It's Gemini, y'all. It's Gemini energy. Hold on. Where's my friend? I think I have her card too, because I think I have her card. I recently got a new shipment. Y'all, I'm obsessed. Ooh, look at it. Go light. Come on, Rainbow. Okay. Get your activation today. Get into it. Listen, Cauldron of Whispers. Child, where's her? I have her card. Um, and she's great. I am obsessed with incense anyway, though. Y'all, look at this cute. It had a little card in it. I got this earlier. I got this before I went to the beach, you guys. But look, it's so good. Let me put it aside for now. You can't just be like banging your incense all around it. You'll break it. But yes, as much as you may imagine that it smells like a head shop in here, it sure the fuck does. Okay, it does. I love it so much. Even Molly, not so much Daisy. She has like coonhound fur. Yeah, get you some sandalwood. It's like a sandalwood vanilla vibe. Daisy has coonhound fur, so she really doesn't hang on to scents in her fur. But Molly has labradoodle fur, and it's really fluffy. So sometimes you'll be petting on her, and she smells like a, like a crazy hippie head shop. It's the best. Like, why does your dog smell like patchouli? Yeah, get into it. Um, anyway, how are you doing? How are you doing, friends? Let's get some gemstone energy. I feel like I want different gemstone energy over here with us. This is an amazing specimen, and I want to say there is amazonite in here. There's multiple different things all up in here. Very good. Very much throat chakra. Communication in general. Actually, funny we're talking about that because it's Gemini season. So maybe someone's speaking, learning, writing, or teaching. Amazonite is coming through. So check that out. Ooh. And this is the one y'all know. I don't ever know if I'm saying it right, which is so funny because I really need to know, like, am I saying it wrong? You know, air signs unite, gang, gang. I hate to say, like, please correct me on your name or a pronunciation. Don't have me. Now, if I want to sound like I'm from the Appalachians and the Blue Ridge Hollers, I'll do that. But, like, don't have me out here in the street saying this gemstone wrong. I can't stand it. Let me hydrate. I am it's an electrolyte drink that I'm trying. It's pretty tasty though, I'm not gonna lie. This is the watermelon one. I am kind of tightening up on my daily like drinking like certain hydration routines, teas, and different things with my body. Hello, we are still I think anyway, let me just say, is it Charoite? That's how I say it, y'all, but I feel like it's got to be wrong. It always makes me think of, because apparently we're always just going to start out with a nice solid ADD spiral like intro. So happy Monday, here we are. As a side note, we all went out and saw Karate Kid, and it was super great. Definitely nostalgia in the 90s feels. I was obsessed with that when I was a kid. But which version would have been... Child, I don't know. Didn't the original one, Mr. Miyagi, go all the way back to the 80s, doesn't he? Late 80s? Anyway, the movie was super cute in the cheesiest, best of ways, and I loved it. But anything martial arts, like, I'm in, or any of that type stuff. But this stone always makes me think of, what is it? Oh, chariot, my dun, dun, dun. So because of that and how my weird brain works, but I love it. We love it over here in the weirdness. This makes me think of the chariot. And now, like, I need to know. And then we're going to talk about astrology this week. I'm really excited for June. But now I need to look up. Well, child, let's learn. How should I pronounce? Am I spelling it right? And it's child. Oh, I mean, okay. I was far off. So the stone, it is Charoite. So I had it spelled wrong for a long time. Okay, today, years old. The word is pronounced Charoite. I love a good phonetic spelling. Like, really break it down like I'm in first grade. I need that, okay? Charoite. It is not chariot. Oh, now I'm not going to think of the chariot every time I say it. But now I feel like Charoite. Okay. Wow. I'm going to have to get used to that, you guys, for real. She really coming through. So just real quick, I'm reading, Charoite is for good sleep, transformation, unconditional love, inner vision, cleansing, self-esteem, analytical abilities, grounding. That's really beautiful all around. Of course, gemstone energies can be interpreted so differently. Some are very, very common. They vary a lot. But it's interesting. Charoite. Okay, wow. I was just seeing what else we could see. It is really resonant for all chakras. It's a very important, powerful tool for healers, light workers, energetic workers, etc. Violet ray energy connects to higher spiritual realms. Okay. Akashic records. Okay. Hold on, guys. I feel the need to have a notepad out, of course. Hello, Gemini season. Oh, wow. Are we really down? Oh, look at the little picture. Are we out? Girl, did we? Notepad. Friend. Are we run through? Here, we got a page. Hold on. Oh, a couple pages. We'll have to get a new notebook. Okay, guys. What do we have? By the way, guys, do your calling in abundance and prosperity if you choose to and observe that. Maybe you have cinnamon. Maybe you have something more simple, even basil. I know most people, I really feel, have cinnamon. But if not, it's always about use what you have, because your intention is what makes things potent, what sets the energy, what you put out, you also attract. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm actually, so random, but I'm actually out of powdered cinnamon. But I have cinnamon essential oil. I actually need to do it. I'll usually do it for a couple days in the beginning of the month, but it's totally up to you. I'll go out and kind of just think and speak my intentions. I have certain points on my door I'll dab. I'll put it under my mat. Just do you, you know what I mean? But have you called in and set the intention for abundance and prosperity and become open to receive and just start the beginning of your month that way? If you didn't get to, so beautiful. We had Hello June starting on a Sunday, the day of the sun, right? Love that. But here we are. We can start today as well. So just a quick reminder. So we're going to write down Charoite. Child, I'm still writing down the chariot card. That might be a message for someone. Violet ray. I like that energy. You can definitely Google down a spiral if you want to learn about the violet ray. Akashic records. Ooh, anchoring your divine light into your body. You remember how we went through that phase of channeling, like grafting parts of our higher self, like actually down into, in a plasmic way, we are actually evolving and upgrading our DNA. And that kind of has to do with anchoring divine light into the body, right? So I love that phrase is actually listed here. I'm going to write down Akashic records. I'm seeing here on one of these little cards. Child, I ordered that deck, by the way. He's like, I know you did. I did. So we'll share that together. I did get those gemstone cards that I was randomly talking about in the last video, I think it was. Excuse me. Ooh, the Baltic Mermaid has cubes. Ooh, you guys, stop. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm saying we're going to look like we're going to go look together. What is this called? Oh, the BalticMermaid.com. Ooh, I'm gonna mosey through her shop in a little bit. Look at these Charoite cubes. Ooh, they're so pretty. Let me focus. Listen. Anyway, dang, they're so pretty. I just completely got distracted. But I do love that. I resonate with Akashic Records. Thank you for all these little messages you're bringing through today, friend. I resonate with Akashic Records because, as you know, we are going to die on the hill of constantly reminding you how important it is that Saturn has started a new cycle. Not only completing his journey in Pisces that we had been talking about and channeling a lot through, but also completing his orbit, which takes about 29 and a half years to traverse all of the zodiac signs to go, through his orbit. And so now it's a whole new world, right? Don't you dare. I feel like somebody's like, don't open your eyes. Yeah, friends, come on. We gonna open our eyes. We gonna be all right. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised here how things are going to start to elevate so quickly. I'm hearing quick elevation. That's in your life and that's collectively. Ooh, the way the trash gonna keep taking itself out. Spiritual warriorship. That's not a word. I don't feel, is it? Is warriorship like not a warrior's ship? I'm hearing like a state of being it is, in a general sense, refers to the qualities and behaviors associated with a warrior, including courage, bravery, and strength. It's a sense of warriorship with Saturn and Aries. Funny we're talking about that because we watched The Karate Kid. And one of the repetitive themes, as you can imagine, was that traditions have to be passed down. And many branches of trees, how do we say? Many branches connect to trees. This is too funny. And a side link here where it says warriorship. This website is called Mind Body Aikido. It's so funny. I have to click it though. Spirit is taking us here, right? He titled this little blurb, "What is Warriorship?" Okay, and this is Mind Body Aikido, AIKIDO.com, right? Who wrote this? Let's give him credit. Article written by Gerald Lopez. He is a photographer, a digital marketer, and a marketer, and he is a practicer and teacher of Aikido. Present day warriorship is no longer for most of us about martial combat. It is about facing our deepest fears. Here's what being a warrior means to me today. My belief is that when Morihei Ueshiba spoke of warriorship, he was speaking about the past history of martial culture, but this is too funny. But hey, you know what? Spirit moves like water through, each day as it flows and opens to us. And ironically, or is never ironic, right? Spirit is saying, well, we're in mutable season. We're in mutable Gemini territory. We have our big, big movers, our like spiritual grandmothers with Neptune in the higher seat of the heart. We have our holder of the keys, the Lord of Karma and Time, the gatekeeper, right? Father Saturn. Okay, they're both in mutable. So we say mutable, even though we're not talking about the element of water, is a flowing like water. So this is very interesting. Spirit is saying wisdom moves like this, right? Okay, so let's read this because I think it's super beautiful, but also appropriate. My belief is that when Morihei Ueshiba, hopefully I'm not butchering his name, spoke of warriorship, he was speaking about the past history of martial culture. But unknown to many, he was also, in his uncanny wisdom and closeness to divinity, sending a message to the future, which is to us now. Present day warriorship is no longer for most of us about martial combat. It is about facing our deepest fears, not overcoming them nor dismissing them, not avoiding them, but facing them squarely, feeling the shaking in our core, feeling our heart quivering, and yet keeping our center and observing, waiting, and breathing. This is the moment where Ueshiba said, we face the live blade of the adversary. Ooh! Not a dragon year, then followed by, okay, the dragon now wants to be on the table with us. I made this as like a resin paperweight. And some of them were for people's deaths and stuff. Anyway, dragon spirit's going to be down here with us now. Wow. Okay. That, once again, that is the moment where Ueshiba said, we face the live blade of the adversary. We're literally facing death, the death of the ego. The only possible choice for a warrior is to keep one point. Then, in a flash, anything can happen. Within the opportunity of fear, facing the fear, and keeping one point in that moment are possibilities we cannot even imagine. The true purpose of the methods is to teach the warrior how to receive and fill his mind and body with the valorous spirit. One must polish one's chi and forge the spirit within the realm of life and death. So interesting this coming through because we dance that Pisces being that last rung on the wheel where all timelines wash out, which you could really kind of compare to death. I mean, imagine being in a womb and the water breaks. You're like, oh no. Or, you can liken that as well to like, oh, I don't know. Spirit is showing me like a lotus being pulled back down to the mud again every time. What if the lotus thinks, okay, I'm dying. But then lo and behold, it goes back up to the top and it blooms into this beautiful flower, right? Or of course you could think of the caterpillar and the butterfly as well. Realize that your mind and body must be permeated with the soul of a warrior, enlightened wisdom, and deep calm. Wow. That was a quote from this Morihei Ueshiba, 1938. Okay. That was so random, you guys. You know how that is. We are just channeling here, but healing for the pineal gland, flipping back to the Charoite. Healing for the pineal gland, overall health. Okay, so pineal gland. I think we're rebuilding a lot. In Gemini season, this makes me think of, okay, hello, yes, Gemini season. And you guys, because I was away and decided to kind of just honor resting and being in more quiet and stillness, we didn't talk about the Gemini moon. But one of the things is that we had a Gemini stellium. We had 4 big placements in Gemini during the Gemini new moon chart. So, hello, pineal gland coming through here, Akashics coming through, like elevated crown energy. Also, one of those big placements, which we've talked a lot about, is Jupiter in Gemini as well. So, I'm seeing a lot of mental body. Oh, y'all, shout out if you ever heard of Steven Universe. But I forgot that Charoite was one of the characters from that. Fun fact, Charoite in Steven Universe was once a part of the Galactic Division of Crystal Gems and wants to avoid her homeworld forever. Her favorite quote is, "The fact that you're living your own life right now means you've already won." Okay. Very nice. I like it. So, listen, that was a lot. That was a lot. Little Gemstone really came to deliver. Oh yeah, Chariot was coming through as well. Um, Chariot can be in travel. Chariot sometimes can actually be like Chariot energy. I'm speaking about the Major Arcana Tarot card. Because like I was saying, anytime this stone comes through, and now I know I was saying it wrong, it always made me think of the, oh, Chariot. Dun, 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 dun. It makes me think of that card. The Chariot. Oh, you guys, hello. Chariot is Cancer energy. The Chariot card is ruled by Cancer, so that actually makes a lot of damn sense. Let me pull up this link where I have like these Google Drives where I save the more esoteric notes about tarot. Because you guys, by the way, thank you so much for being here. Click like if you receive or resonate or feel activated, and subscribe if you'd like to know whenever I upload new videos. But those are both ways to just engage energetically totally for free. It's not really about any kind of monetization over here. I have other ways that I do tarot and astrology professionally for a living. Excuse me, but yeah, thanks for being here anyway. And when you energetically interact, or a comment, like, please, by all means, it just kind of brings us into alignment as a soul family. It also circulates the messages, the energy, the activations, and connects us with other soul family, like through this platform. So, let me find this link, you guys. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So it's really interesting. Oh my goodness. Honestly, we could teach about the Chariot card and take up a whole hour of time very easily. In the deep occulted wisdom and the layers and layers that are built into the card, which is the Chariot. Which is also connected to Cancer, which of course makes me think of, guys, is Jupiter in Cancer? Not yet. Okay. June the 9th, though. June the 9th. That will be next week. Okay, so that will be in a week. That'll be next Monday. Jupiter will complete the journey in Gemini. It's giving me, I'm hearing that song, was it, I'm coming home, dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun, something about coming home. I mean, I know it's family vibes, emotional abundance. Maybe you've reconstituted. You know what? Listen, we will talk about Jupiter going into Cancer. I think it's going to be a really beautiful placement that we all need right now. But it is funny that the Chariot card, which is the Cancer card in the Major Arcana, came through this gemstone. And again, it's another cardinal territory. Mutable and cardinal is a big interplay right now. Being flexible, starting new things, merging, converging, amalgamation, going onto new timelines. It's all super appropriate now. So I think that's really beautiful. I also love that the Hebrew letter associated with the Chariot card is called, I say Cheth. That's how I was taught, but Shaith, there's so many different ways to say it. Okay, so sorry if you feel like I'm butchering it, but that is not my language. So I'm doing the best I can, you know what I'm saying? But basically it means like fence or field, like an enclosure, a container, which is the body, right? Cancer is associated with a crab, right? The body shields the soul, is something like this. But it's also, again, think with me on a crab energy here. It can move in frontwards, but it can move in many different ways, right? And it's kind of like this idea that you move through and around like barriers in your spiritual life, and how, it's just more like a spiral up, and sometimes it's back in this way and that, and then up some more. It's not just straight up on the path of self-awareness and evolution. So it's very interesting. And you can even go to deeper layers with the Chariot card. Like there's layers and layers and layers, before you get into the soul and identities and dissolution to expand, which kind of goes hand in hand with Jupiter and expansion. It's very interesting. It's a great card. The Chariot's a great card to study. Of course, 2023 was ruled by Chariot Cancer energy. I think we channeled and talked a lot about like the water, your 50 to 70% water, how you work with water, healing the waters of your body, and all these type things. It was really interesting. A lot of stuff came through. What else really sticks out to me? About the Chariot card? I mean, okay, so in a very traditional way, when the Chariot card kind of shows up, it can be like a time that you feel like you're kind of going back into your shell. Or maybe let's say you're in a cocoon. However you want to look at that. And you need to kind of take time alone, which kind of goes hand in hand with it being a Virgo ruled year. We've been talking a lot about the Hermit card. There's a lot of, I'm really focused on new goals, new timelines, we don't have to make lists, right? You will take it as you will in your own journey. It could be a new job. It could be so many new things. But either you may find yourself either in a place. The Chariot energy is that I've got my blinders on. I'm moving forward. Nothing's really stopping me. I'm focused. I would like to be victorious. The more that I can focus my energy at one thing or in one direction. Remember how we kept saying the Hermit calling his power back to him, holding his lamp out in the dark? Well, the more that you do that and you stay focused, you're not going to be in conflict with other things. You're not disoriented. You're moving on a straight path. You'll have challenges, but it's kind of like a river flowing over rocks. It keeps going. It keeps adjusting. You know what I'm saying? You could also find yourself in a place where you're like, I'm actually the opposite. I feel like I'm really being pushed. Maybe my home or where I lived or the job or the role or the identity, take it as you will, a relationship. It's time for me to move. It was a comfort zone for me. It was something that fell away. I didn't resonate with it anymore. I'm stronger. Whatever it is, right? I'm moving out of one comfort zone and expanding into something new. We do have that energy present in a lot of the collective energy right now. So just to reiterate, because the Chariot came through, willpower, inner drive, also something kind of like coming to the surface, maybe out of your heart space, maybe out of healed trauma, whatever the case may be, right? It's a pattern that wants to be overcome, that wants to be alchemized. The Chariot can be the relationship you have with yourself. The Chariot, sometimes when it comes to shadow work, maybe it can be like there's a conflict unresolved inside of you. Something wants to come up because it's keeping you, right? You either got the light horse, the dark horse. Like I remember I had one card that had a beautiful illustration. It was like two wolves. But it's this idea of the two pillars, dark and light, negative and positive, masculine and feminine, whatever the case. Think of like not the lemniscate. I'm not sure what the symbol is, Spirit showing me, but you get the essence of what I'm saying, right? Balance and harmony so that you can move forward in one direction. Also, I can see like maybe things not pulling you. I always hear that Southern phrase talking about hither and thither. Don't pull. I'm seeing someone being pulled apart from this. So we don't want to, we need balance. right? And that's overcoming maybe some patterns that are pulling our energies in unhealthy ways. Okay, because we're starting new timelines right now. That's really not the place that we want to be. Cancer. I'm going to write Jupiter in Cancer. That may be one you want to go and read more about. Um, what else? Sorry. Okay. Lost my train of thought. Willpower is really coming through. Inner drive. And of course, these are things we're going to need when we're not only starting like, hey, I'm starting a whole new season. This is big. I'm telling you, I've been telling you, I'm gonna stay telling you because this year is so big. You're literally starting things right now, or hey, hello, ending things if you haven't already. We're gonna be in different places in our timelines and our journeys, each of our souls and our contracts, and all of these things. I understand they're very unique and individual. But whatever you find yourself at, right, is going to be affecting the rest of your life. I'm not kidding you. Like, I'm not even trying to be grandiose about it. All right. I think I just want to pull some tarot. Let's get the Meta Muse and let's just see what wants to come out. What was out for me? Oh, the Strength card was out for me this morning, which I thought is a really nice way. Okay, so what? Okay. So I feel like we're kind of elaborating on the Chariot, which kind of came and set the scene. Overcoming fears, untrapping yourself. Okay, maybe this was related to grief. This the Five of Cups for me, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, we have Scorpio energy here, but you're stuck in the past, you know, because clearly we're focusing on cups that are already spilled. Child, we can't do nothing with them cups no more. Let's clean up the mess. We have cups over here. Also like to, excuse me, when I point out to people, hold on one second. When I point out to people when we're learning about this card, the river's flowing this way. So you're also looking backwards. You're not even flowing with the natural progression of energy upstream, right? You're flowing. In numerology, fives will challenge you, right? But the point of the challenge is to move restless energy around, to show you a place where you can actually be more free, to instigate maybe you traveling somewhere, you changing something, you communicating maybe in a way that this makes me think of Uranus and Taurus energy. But let's not sidetrack with that. Spirit is saying no. Okay. The point is, the fives did not come for you to dwell in them. They came to free you from something, to change something for you, to help you. Because maybe, hear me out, you know, maybe it's a little bit stuck. Maybe the energy is a little bit stuck. Five of Cups can be about grief. I don't know. You know, sometimes I feel like Five of Cups, it just gives like dwelling. We need a moment. I will never advocate for, don't depress, don't repress your emotions. We need to express things. We need to feel to heal. Absolutely. You know, can we zoom in a little bit now that we're pulling some cards and stuff? Whoa, hold on. Let me not pull you off the stand. I was kind of a lot, but I think we're going to go with it. I didn't mean to zoom in that much. It's almost like, you know what this is giving to me? It's almost like, don't linger too long. You know what? If you look at the astrology right now, I lied. Just kidding. Well, here's the thing. I was going to say, we don't even have anything. Oh, thank you, Spirit. We don't even have anything left in Pisces. We do have the North Node in Pisces, but that's a North Node placement. The energy really hits different. I'm talking about We don't need to be lingering back there when we had all of that Pisces energy going on. We have moved into Aries territory, right? Saturn, okay, thanks. Ooh, we're making different choices. We're protecting our energy. We're making structured plans. We're going forward. It's very like take action. It's very like we were talking about balance and harmony. This is what the Lover's card is all about. Yes, eventually it may lead to a relationship, but the Lover's card begins like within you, your own individual balance and harmony, accepting both sides of yourself. It's integration. The Fool comes to this point on his journey where he's like, wow, I've really alchemized a lot. I'm going to choose differently now. It's divine masculine, divine feminine, harmony, left brain, right brain. It may be applicable to a relationship with a divine masculine. If that's applicable to you, this could also indicate that this is what you're grieving over. And Spirit's like, I need you to move on. Okay, it's time to take action on other things. It's time to make new choices. Venus is in Aries as well. What degree point are we at that right now? Ooh, 26 degrees. She's at the last decan. And you know, she started a whole new cycle. So it's really big. It's really important for you to choose yourself on these new paths. Then co-create, how do we say, Spirit? Co-create, making choices that are based off you understanding your self-worth. Ooh, okay, you see. Look at it. It's almost like the energy that I'm getting is almost like Spirit is wanting you to. Now, okay, this could, you know what it also could feel like is this is not your energy. Another person, a situation, the past, someone else projecting, trying to hold on, whether very intentionally using inverted dark or black, you know, things, or unintentionally, because sometimes it doesn't look like that. It's unintentional. It's obsessive. It's someone just can't let you go, or a situation. It doesn't have to be romantic either. Just because you see the Lovers, it can be. Take it as you will, right? You know your life. You don't need to be like forcing storylines to fit into your life if they don't. Oh, but what I was going to say is I wasn't thinking about that Black Moon Lilith is going to be in Scorpio until the end of the year. And I mean, yeah, like we do have a North Node in Pisces, but again, that energy hits different to me. I just don't feel like, I mean, Mars and Mars. This could, take it as you will, right? It could be, let me write that down for some. If you'd like to read about it, I've mentioned it before. Black Moon in, oh, what am I? Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. You may be still healing trauma. You may be still working with the dark feminine energy to do your alchemy and work on your self-awareness, your own healing journey, right? And however that looks for you. The Five of Cups, you know. But also, again, I'm getting to, like, this could be someone else's energy. And this over here, you're over here, completing cycles. This makes me think of energy we've already moved through. We, I mean, like in our collective here, right? In our soul family, in our soul group here. There's many. And they resonate on different things and different journeys. And that's how it's supposed to be. That's okay. But over here, this almost makes me think of how we had all that Grand Cross energy, that Taurus season, and all those things going on. Not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. Child, look, emphasizing the making different choices. Someone wanting to contact someone, but they can't. Okay. That can be, that comes through a lot for me with the Two of Swords, but that's just shout out. Take it if it resonates, or confirm something that you already knew in your intuition. Be mindful of just protecting your energy. I get a lot of energetic, spiritual, you know, energetic protection off the Two of Swords too. But anyway, what this was giving me was how we went through that energy when first everything was like initially breaking through in that Aries territory in Aries season. But we did dance a lot through it and back and forth with it in Taurus season 2. And then in Taurus season, we had that Grand Cross. You know, we had Sun in Taurus, Mars and Leo, Pluto and Aquarius, and Mars and Leo were activating each other a lot. Remember how we kept saying Pluto's not impressed? So this makes me think about how we kind of went through that energy and we really integrated the endings of a lot of timelines. To me, this feels like celebrate all the work you did. This is the end of the major arcana here, okay? You made choices to take you on a new timeline. Dang it, y'all. So don't go back on those. Even if someone is trying to reach out to you, child, how can I even cover them up? We gonna do like this. Even if someone's trying to reach out to you now, it's not gonna, you know what? It's peaceful in your mind. I heard it just like that. It's peaceful in my mind. It, what is that SZA song? Dang, I can't even think of it, which is crazy because I associate that song with a time period in certain people. Wow, Spirit say you can't think of it for a reason. Okay, fine. That drives me crazy though, talking about, it's not Gone Girl. Gone, gone girl, gone girl. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, is it Good Days? Good Day in My Mind. Dun, 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 dun. A Good Day in My Mind. Yeah, Good Days by SZA. Dun, 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 too soon I spoke you behave in my mind. Okay, so someone is definitely, look, it's a lot of somebody's gonna be thinking about a lot of other somebodies, because it's just the nature of what happens when people cannot resonate with other people on different timelines and frequencies anymore, because their lives are going to change and they're not co-creating with that energy anymore. Of course, also, why would they be? You know what I mean? It's time for you to go on your own healing and self-awareness journey. You need to deal with your Black Moon and Lilith type shit, right? I can't. It's time for me to move on. Ace of Swords. What was I just saying? My mind's clear over here. That's exactly how I heard it. I don't know why. I just feel so compelled to, y'all, I gotta keep this card covered up. I feel so compelled to leave the Five of Cups by herself over there. Look at the Fool on the bottom. The Fool on the bottom. Spirit wants me to remind you with the Dove, like the Fool. I gotta tell y'all something. The Fool makes me think of breath work, because in the occulted teaching, some of the letters that are associated with it, I want to say, let me verify, because I already have that Google Drive file open. Good day in my mind, seen it take us, yeah, Aleph. So it has to do with soundlessness, quiet, breath, new. Spirit is bringing through something brand new. Spirit is bringing messages down to you. It's a new it's a new day. It's a new life. And I'm feeling. That's what I'm hearing. Burner, burner. I'm trying to make the horn sound. Y'all, I hope y'all are with me. Oh, that's interesting. We have some Neptune energy on the board. We got all the fixed signs. Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo. We've got Gemini on the board. Aries on the board. Also, yep, another Scorpio on the board. So some of those signs may be applicable to you. I, a lot of times, associate Aquarius energy with the Fool. I also get a lot of like mercurial energy off the Fool, but that's just me and my own intuition. Oh, this is what I got to tell y'all about. Listen, y'all, because see, look at the Eight of Swords under the Fool. It's like someone, I don't know. I'm just going to tell you, look, two blindfolds as well. It's like someone can't see you and they're looking for you, love and light, okay? And this could also be, I'm hearing Spirit say, this could also be an old version of yourself you're no longer meant to see. Don't, how do we say? Don't see yourself like this anymore. I see someone looking in the mirror saying mantras to themselves. You know, it's like mental reprogramming, which was very Jupiter and Gemini. And then it's almost like this person's trying to hide in the past. They're cloaking themselves from the forward movement of the river. Yeah, I don't like the vibes. It's just giving like somebody trying to mentally project from your past. I'm getting that, and just take it or leave it. We don't ever speak on things for like fear mongering or anything. I like child, no, never ever over here. We ain't worried about it like that anyway because of how our ancestors moved for us. But it's just for awareness. You know what I mean? Just be mindful. I always teach people though in Gemini season though, thought projection, whether again intentional, magical work, spiritual, energetic, ugly, black, dark, inverted type of work. That stuff does exist. It's very 4D on the lower end, but it does exist. And so it's always good to just be good about your spiritual hygiene in whatever way resonates. But I do teach people a lot that the Fool is like about breath work, about sitting in stillness. It's about understanding that, are you leaping into things that are in alignment with your highest and best good? It's a rebirth energy. Obviously, oh my gosh, there's so much. There's so much in the Fool card. Excuse me. But I'm getting a lot about breath work. And that could just be that we need to be in tuned spiritually. It's a mercurial season and Gemini season as well. So messages from spirit, about the new beginnings, guidance, be open to be very spiritually intuitive, listening. Yeah, connection to self and the profound oneness of all the universe. Very North Node in Pisces here with the Fool coming through. Oh, but I was about to tell y'all, if y'all have never, this makes me think of a Labradoodle. But it also makes me think of this dog, y'all. Y'all have to go look him up on Instagram. His name is King Charles. Just go look him up. But it's so funny because Molly looks a lot like him. She's a little more doodly. Like she has a little bit more puffy curls. But anyway, y'all, King Charles, go look him up. This dog, he is the alpha dog of the pack. And he's so cute. The videos are so funny. And everybody's like making these whole storylines. You got to check it out. But I love this energy. I love the energetic boundaries, planning for the things that you chose for yourself because you've decided that you're worth that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of mental clarity. There's a lot of mental peace if you keep choosing to reiterate to the universe and your experience, right? Because you're co-creating it. Hey, I'm done with the past. I'm done with those old timelines. No, but like for real, I am. No, like they'll be blocked. You know what I mean? Okay, it's just the first thing that pops to mind is like, yeah, I'm done. But then you be like, why are you letting them text you? You know what I'm saying? Old past timelines will try really hard because, child, they don't want to die. But death leads to new rebirth. And so when we call our power back, it was out there somewhere. So it's got to be called back from something. You think everything is going to enjoy that feeling? No. What else did I want to... Oh, I'm going to write down fives. Numerology, if you want to read into that further. I was just looking at what our base number for today was. Yeah, but overall, I like the energy. It's just a matter of staying focused, staying present, staying grounded, staying embodied. Remember that it is a Virgo ruled year. It's your sixth house is what you're going to keep coming back to focus on. And what am I instituting now? That's not linked to the fucking past. You know what I'm saying? And I say it to you because I say it to myself. Please, just as much. Please, no. Girl, not preaching over vain. I'm sorry, in vain over here. No, we are not. What do we want to pull? Oh, you know what I want to pull? Where's it at? I reorganized where I put my decks. On my desk, I cleared out this shelf and it looks all nice. Sometimes when I get in like these spirals where I'm doing a lot of readings, I just end up having decks like literally everywhere. All right, so we're going to pull from Seasons of the Witch, Bieltene Beltane Oracle. I think I have. It's about time for me. Yeah, it's about time to take out the other one. Would it be? Would it be? Child. Would it be Llamas? Would it be Lunasa? Ooh, because I should know. I mean, for me, I would call it Litha. I mean, most people are going to call it Midsummer Litha. Yeah. Ooh, we just going to be honest before we know it. And then Lunasa is Llamas, isn't it? I think I always mix those up. Llamas and Loaf Mass and Litha. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, child. Yeah, it's going to go fast. I like the energy today, though. It's really nice. I'm enjoying Gemini season. I'm sleeping a little bit better. Whew. And I think it's because, wait, has Mercury left? Nah, y'all. Mercury's still in Gemini. Yeah. Mercury moves so fast, though, child. Mercury going to be out of Gemini so fast. But, ooh, sometimes it just wears me out a little bit. Okay, but I do love the overall energy. I love that we're making new choices for ourselves. I feel like if you're waiting on a message to confirm something that the cycle will complete, it will be in your favor if you've chosen something that aligns you with, how do we say, not living in the past anymore. Does that make sense? I hope so. Because I'm getting some sort of energy of like, I'm waiting to hear back about, in Gemini season, maybe you're waiting on someone to talk to you or confirm something for you because you want to move on to this new cycle, right? It could be, I mean, it could be in relation to taking action on something that closes out a big chapter or cycle for you. And you're like, child, ooh, I just can't wait to celebrate. Let me just sell this house. Or let me just get this confirmation back that this loan is approved because I'm about to invest in this business or something like this. Could be in relation to, it could be a relationship. It could be with the Lovers and the Five of Cups, you know. Perhaps it's the opposite. I'm not waiting on communication. It's blockity block, right? And if that's the case, let's continue forward with that. Okay. Okay. What do we have, Spirit? Ooh, the Green Man. All that I desire comes to me easily and effortlessly. Okay, that's the mantra. We about to say that. Yep. I'm going to write that in my journal. We're going to be writing that one. Look how pretty. Rowan underneath is all about like, don't have fear. I love that. All that I desire comes to me easily and effortlessly. Yes, 3 times. 3 times 3 every day, child. In the mirror if you can now. Watch out. That's powerful. That mantra work. And write it down. Have a journal where you just write down mantras. I'm telling you. I know this to be true, for I am abundant in all that I do. All that I desire comes to me easily and effortlessly. I know this to be true, for I am abundant in all that I do. Yes. That's powerful. A little mantra. Excuse me. What are we looking for? Oh, shoot. 15. All right. Let's read it together. Yeah, I'm going to go find our Litha deck. Everything the Green Man touches turns to gold, or rather green, that is. He's the ultimate expression of abundance, and more specifically an abundance mindset. When the Green Man invites you to his earthly lair, it is to infuse you with the spirit of wealth. Money will flow. And listen, let me say, we all define that differently. So maybe for you, you're not calling in money. You may be calling in something else that is prosperity to you. I'm about to write this down for us. You know what? I'll share this, but I'll write it down in a minute. Let me finish reading this for us. Money will flow to you with ease. Opportunities will suddenly come knocking, or you will find the fulfillment of a goal is just within reach. This is also a sign that you are on the right path and that what you're doing now is working, so keep at it. This card shows that you are living life and enjoying all the fruits of your labor. You feel more confident and sure of yourself, and other people have taken notice of this and seek your advice, knowing you have much to share. The green man is also a giver and a provider of wealth. Be generous with your abundance, both financially and spiritually. Share your knowledge and invite others to partake in your good fortune. Ooh, we do love to see it. Listen, because I spent, even in some small group collective like gatherings, we did a lot of abundance work and like candle work and different things like that. So funny because we very first opened this video by saying, hey friends, and then we were talking about doing your abundance and prosperity stuff and cinnamon. What is it? Somebody always shares. It makes me giggle. That meme talking about just go ahead and dump a whole bottle just of cinnamon across your doorstep right now. And I feel that. I mean, I really do. But that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I look forward to checking in with you soon. All right. Love you. Take good care. Bye.